Hey, shalom, shalom, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Shalom. How y'all doing today? On this day, this Friday, this day before the Sabbath, man. Shalom, everybody. We're back here with the next session of Reading with SHILO, man. We're here to read Ms. ZORA Neale Hurston's book, Mules and Men. Mules and Men, man. We're going to get at it. We're on chapter 5 today. We're on chapter 5. Ms. ZORA Neale Hurston been going from town to town trying to get them big old lies. Hey, so it is what it is, man. We're gonna see what lies she grab a hold of this time, if any lies. Chapter 5 of Mules and Men. Oh man. Shalom. Y'all ever hear that lie about big talk cutting John Wiley? Yeah, we done heard it, Joe, but I can hear it some again. Tell it, Joe, pleaded Gene Oliver. During slavery time, two old niggas was talking and one said to the other one, "Old master made me so sad yesterday till I give him a good cussing out. Man, I called him everything with a handle on it." The other one says, "You didn't cuss old master, did you? Good God." "What did he do to you?" "He didn't do nothing. And man, I laid one cussing on him. I'm a man like this. I won't stand no hunching. I bet you he won't bother me no more." Well, if you cuss him and he didn't do nothing to you, the next time he make me mad, I'm gonna go to lay a hearing on him. Next day, the nigga did something. Old master got in behind him and he turned around and give old master one good cussing, and old master had him took down and whipped nearly to death. Next time he saw that other nigga, he says to him, "Thought you told me you cuss old master out and he never opened his mouth." "I did." "Well, how come he never did nothing to you?" "I did it and he come nigh and kill me." "Man, you didn't go cuss him to his face, did you?" "Sure I did." "And that what you told me you done?" "Nah, I didn't say I cussed him to his face. You sure is crazy. I thought you had more sense than that. When I cussed old master, he was sitting on the front porch and I was down at the big old gate." The other nigga was mad, but he didn't let on. Way after a while, he approached the nigga that got him to beating and told him, "Now what I done today." Well, Russian agent, if you don't know, I can't help you. Nigga means king. The niggas. King. Oh man. Let's see. Let me get back to nigga and king. Hold on. Come here. Let me see. Okay, hold on, son. Hold on. Okay, this is what we want to do. Get your scissors. When you get your scissors, you cut this out. Stay on the line now. Stay on the line.
Do I know how to cut from here?
Yeah, start here. Start here and just cut on the black line all the way around. And then when you get to the bottom, cut across the bottom. And then, and that's it. Matter of fact, look, this is what we're going to do. Wait. Skip this until I'm done reading. As soon as I'm done reading, then I'll come help you and make sure that you're cutting correctly with your scissors and make sure exactly what you have to do. So for right now, just go ahead and go to the next section. All right? All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, my bad. Let's get back. Now, what you done? Give old master another cussing. Nah, I ain't never gonna do that no more. I peeped up under old master drawers. Now, what you done? What you done? Now, what you done? Give old master another cussing. Nah, I ain't never gonna do that no more. I peeped up under old master drawers. Man, hush your mouth. You knows you ain't looked up under old master clothes. Yes, I did too. I looked right up under her very drawers. You better hush that talk. Somebody gonna hear you. And old master have you killed. Well, I sure done it, and she never done nothing neither. Well, what did she say? Not a mumbling word. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that section. Just go to the next section. The next section and do what's next. I stopped and looked just as long as I wanted to and went on about my business. Well, the next time I see her sitting on the old their porch, I'm gonna to look too. Help yourself. That very day, old miss was sitting out on the porch in the cool of the evening, all dressed up in her starchy white clothes. She had her legs all crossed up, and the nigga walked up to the edge of the porch and peeked up under old Mrs. clothes. She took and hollered, and old master come out, and that had that nigga almost killed alive. When he was able to be bout again, he said to the other nigga, "Thought you told me you peeped up under old Miss Drawers." "I sure did." "Well, how come she never done nothing to you? She got me nearly killed." "Man, when I looked under old Miss Drawers, they was hanging." My bad. "They was hanging on the clotheslines. You didn't go look up in them while she had them on, did you? You sure is a fool. I thought you had more sense than that." I did. It's a wonder you didn't kill he didn't kill you dead. You sure ain't got no sense at all. "Yeah," said Black Baby. But that wasn't John the white folks was fooling with. John was too smart for old master. He never got no beating. The first colored man what was brought to this country was named John. My bad. Excuse me. He didn't know nothing more than you told him, and he never forgot nothing you told him either. So he was sold to a white man. Things he did not know, he would ask about. He went to a house and John never seen a house, so he asked what it was. Old master told him it was his kingdom. So they goes on into the house and there was a fireplace, and he asked what it was. Old master told him it was a flame vaporator. The cat was sitting there. He asked what it was. Old master told him it was a round head. So he went upstairs. When he got up the steps, he asked what they was. Old master told him it was Jacob's ladder. So when he got up the stairs, he had a roll footbed. John asked him, what was it? Old master told him it was a flowery bed of ease. So they come down and went on to the lot. He had a barn. John asked him, what was that? Old master told him that was a mound. So he had a jack in the stable. John asked, what in the world is that? Old master said, that Julie, the goddamn. So So the next day, old master was upstairs sleeping. John was smoking. It flamed the vaporator, and the cat was sitting there, and it got set afire. The cat goes in the barn where old master has lots of hay and found it in the barn. So the cat set it on fire. John watched the jack kicking up hay and fodder. He would see that hay and fodder go up and come down, but he thought that Jack was eating the hay and fodder. So he goes upstairs and called old master and told him that to get up off his flower bed of ease and come down on this Jacob ladder. He said, I done flamed the vaporator, and it caught the round head and set him on fire. He's gone to the mound and set it on fire. And July, the goddamn, is eating up everything he can get his mouth on. Gene Oliver said, y'all hush and let me tell this one before we get to the mill. This ain't no slavery time talk. Once they tried a colored man in Mobile for stealing a goat. He was so poorly dressed and dirty that the judge told him 6 months on the country road, you stink so. The white man was standing there and he said, Judge, he don't stink. I got a nigga who smells worse than a billy goat. The judge told the man to bring him on over so he could smell him. The next day, the man took the billy goat and the nigga and went to the court and said the judge word to that nigga, and the billy goat was out there, and which one did he went first. The judge told him to bring the goat. When he carried the goat, he smelled so bad that the judge fainted. They got ice water and throwed it on the judge's face, and he came to. He told him to bring the nigga, and he went, brung the nigga to the goat. He brung the nigga and the goat fainted. Joe Wiley said, I just got to tell this one. Do I can rest? On slavery time, there was a colored man what was named John. He went along with old master everywhere he went. He used to make out he could tell fortunes. And one day, him and his master was going along, and John said, old master, I can tell fortunes. Old master made it out. He didn't pay him no attention. But when they got to the next man's plantation, old master told the landlord, I have a nigga that can tell fortunes. So the other man said, that nigga can't tell no fortunes. I bet my plantation and all my niggas against yours that he can't tell no fortunes. Old master said, I'll take your bet. I bet everything in the world I got on John because he don't lie. If he say he can tell fortunes, he can tell them. But bet you my plantation and all my niggas against yours and throw in the wood lot extra. So they called Notary Public and signed up the bet. Old master straddled his horse and John got on his mule and they went on home. John was in the misery all that night, for he knowed he was going to be the cause of old master losing all he had. Every morning, John used to be up and have old master saddle horse curd and saddle at the door when old master woke up. But this morning, old master had to get John out of the bed. John used to always ride side by side with master, but on the way over to the plantation where the bet was on, he rode way behind. So the man on the plantation had went out and caught a coon, and a big old iron wash pot turned down over it. There was many persons there to hear John what was under the wash pot. Old master brought John out and told him, say, John, if you tell me what's under this wash pot, I'll make you independent rich. If you don't, I'm going to kill you because you make me lose my plantation and everything I got. John walked round and round that pot, but he couldn't get the least inkling of what was underneath it. Drops of sweat as big as your fist was rolling off John. At least he gave up and said, Well, you got that old coon at last, huh? When John said that, old master jumped in the air and cracked his heels twice before he hit the ground. The man that was betting against old master fell to his knees with the cold sweat pouring off him. Old master said, John, you done won another plantation for me. That's a coon under that pot for sure. So he gave John a new suit of clothes and a saddle horse, and John quit telling fortunes after that. Now going back home, old master said, well, John, you done made me vast rich, so I'm going to Philly, New York, and won't be back in 3 weeks. I leave everything in your charge. So old master and his wife got on the train, and John went to the depot with them and seen them off on the train, bid them goodbye, and he hurried on back to the plantation. Old master and old miss got off in the first station and made it on back to see what John was doing. John went back and told the niggas, master gone to Philly, New York, and left everything in my charge. I want one of you niggas to get on the mule and ride 3 miles north, and another one 3 miles west. My bad, excuse me. I'm trying to see what this phone done. Oh well. My bad. My shit do the fuck it want to do sometimes. One of you niggas to get on a mule and ride 3 miles north, and another one 3 miles west, and another one 3 miles south, and another one 3 miles east. Tell everybody that come here, there's gonna be a ball here tonight. The rest of you go into the lot and kill hogs until you can walk on them. So they did. John goes in and dressed up in old master's swallow-tall tailcoats clothes, put on his collar and tie, got a box of cigars and put under his arms, and one cigar in his mouth. When the crowd come, John said, y'all can dance and I'm going to call figures. So he got Master's biggest rocking chair and put it up in Master's bed, and then he got up in the bed in the chair and began to call figures. Hands up, 4 circles right, half back, 2 ladies change. 2 ladies change. He was puffing his cigar all the time. About this time, John seen a white couple come in, but they looked so trashy. He figured they was Piney Woods crackers. So he told them to go on out in the kitchen and get some barbecue and liquor, and to stay out of their way, and to stay out there where they belong. So he went to calling figures again. They get fiddles, was raising Cain over in the corner, and John was calling for the new set. Choose your partners, couples to your place like horses to the traces. Sashay all, 16 hands. 16 hands up. Swing, Miss Sally. Hey, I want to say something. I really want to say something. I'm going to keep reading, man. I'm going to hold them comments till after. 4 hands up. He seen old master coming out the kitchen, wiping the dirt off his face. Old master said, John, just look what you done. I'm going to take you out to that permission tree and break your neck for this. Killing up all my hogs and having all these niggas in my house. John asked, oh master, I know you're going to kill me, but can I have a word with my friend Jack before you kill me? Yes, John, but have it quick. So John called Jack and he told him, says, old master is going to hang me under that persimmon tree. My bad, Stephen. Stephen Brumfield, my bad. Is my phone do what it want to do. Now John said, yes, John, but be quick. So John called Jack and told him, says, old master is going to hang me underneath that persimmon tree. Now you get 3 matches and get it in the top of the tree. And I'm going to pray. And when you hear me ask God to let the lightning, I want you to strike the matches. Jack went on out of that tree. Old master brought John and out with the rope and asked him. Out with the rope around his neck and put it over the limb. Now John said, Master, have you got any last words to say? Yes, sir. I want to pray. Pray and pray damn quick. I'm clean out of patience with you, John. So John knelt down. Oh, Lord, here I am at the foot of the persimmon tree. If you're gonna destroy old master tonight with his wife and children and everything he got, let me see it lightning. Jack up the tree struck the match. Old master caught hold of John and said, John, don't you pray no more. John said, oh yes, turn me loose so I can pray. Oh Lord, here I am tonight calling on thee and thee alone. If you are going to destroy old master tonight, his wife and children and all he got, I want to see it lightning again. Jack struck another match and old master started to run. He gave John his freedom and a heap of land and stock. He run so fast that it took an express train running at the rate of 90 miles an hour in 6 months to bring him back. And that's how come niggas got their freedom today. Well, we were at the mill at last, as slow as we had walked. Old Hannah was climbing the road of the sky, heating up sandbags and sweating people. Now, no wonder nobody wanted to work. 3 fried men are not equal to 1 good cool one. The men stood around the door for a minute or two, then dropped down on the shady side of the building. Work was too discouraging to think about. Phew! Sun and sawdust, sweat and sand. Nobody called a meeting and voted to sit in the shade. It just happened naturally. Jim Allen said, reckon we better go inside and see if they want us. Oh, hell nah, shouted Limey Barnes. We ain't no mill hands no how. Let's stay right where we are, where we is, till he finds us. We got plenty to do, lying on old master and slavery days. Let me handle a little language long here with the rest. Y'all ever heard about the nigga that found a gold watch? Yeah, I heard it, said Cliff, but go on and tell it, Lonnie, so your egg bag can rest easy. Well, once upon a time was a good old time. Monkey chew tobacco and spit white lime. A colored man was walking down the road one day and he found a gold watch and chain. He didn't know what it was, so the first thing he met was a white man. So he showed the white man the watch and asked him what it was. White man said, let me see it in my hand. The colored man gave it to him and the white man said, why, this is a gold watch. And the next time you find anything kicking in the road part, put it in your pocket and sell it. With that, he put the watch in his pocket and left the colored man standing there. So the colored man walked on down the road a piece further and walked up to a little turtle. He tied a string to it and put the turtle in his pocket and let the string hang out. So he met another colored fella, and the fella asked him, says, Cap, what time you got? He pulled out the turtle. He pulled out the turtle and told the man, it's 11:15 and kicking like hell for 12. Larkins White said, y'all been wearing old master's Southern can out this morning. Pass him over here to me and let me hold some grammar with him. That's a good way of saying, let me talk about him. Let me hold some. Oh, y'all over there holding grammar about people. You got it. I just hope that straw boss don't come sliding around here, somebody said. I got to tell you about old master down in the piney woods. The piney woods. That's my daddy called the area down here, the piney woods. During slavery, a nigga named Jack run off from his master and took and hid himself down in the piney woods. No, old master hunted, but he never could catch that nigga. But Jack had a good friend on the plantation that used to slip him something to eat and fetch the banjo down and play him something every day so he could dance some. Jack was trying to make it on off the mountain where old master couldn't fetch him back. So old master got on to this other nigga slipping out to Jack, but he couldn't catch him. So he told him if he lead him to where Jack was, he'd get him a new suit of clothes. So he said, all right. So he told old master to follow him and do whatever he sing. So old master said, all right. So that day, the nigga took Jack some dinner and the banjo. So Jack ate. Then he told him, say, Jack, I got a new song for you today. Play it and let me dance some. It's about old master, Jack said. I don't give a damn about old master. I don't belong to him no more. Play it and let me dance. And he started to play it. From pine to pine, Master Pickney. From pine to pine, Master Pickney. Jack was just a dancing, falling off the log and cutting the pigeon wing. Dibbling dip, dibbling dip, and dibbling dip from pine to pine, Mr. Pickney. White man coming closer all the time. Now take your time, Mr. Pickney. Now take your time, Mr. Pickney. Diddle up, diddle up, diddle up, diddle dip. Now grab him, now Master Pickney. Now grab him, now Master Pickney. Diddle dip, diddle dip, diddle dip, diddle dip. Now grab him now, Master Pickney. So they caught Jack and put 100 lashes on his back and put him back to work. Now I told that one for myself. Now I got to tell one for my wife. I'm going to tell that lie, Larkins, if you want to. You know you ain't telling no lie for your wife, no more than the rest of us. You lying because you like it, James Presley put on. Hurry up so somebody else can plow up some literary and lay down some alphabets. Lay down some alphabets. Men that didn't know how to count good had been hauling up corn, and they stopped at the cemetery with the last load because it was getting kind of dark. They thought they'd get through instead of going. Wait till one of them's born. When they was gone, in the gate, 2 ear corn dropped off the wagon, but they don't stop to bother with them just then. Then was in a big hurry. They was in a big hurry to get home. They was just dividing it up. You take this and I'll take that one. You take that one and I'll take this one. An old nigga heard him while he was passing the cemetery and ran home, tell old master about it. Master, the Lord and the devil is down in the cemetery dividing up souls, and I heard him. One say, you take that one, and I'll take this one. Old Master was sick of the easy chair. He couldn't get about it by himself. But he said, Jack, I don't know what the foolishness is, but I know you lying. Nah, I ain't either. I swear so. Can't be, Jack. You's crazy. Nah, I ain't either. If you don't believe me, come see for yourself. Guess I better go see what you're talking about. If you fool me, I'm going to have 100 lashes put on your back in the morning, sir. They went on down to the cemetery with Jack pushing Master in his rolling chair, and it was so dark that down there too. So they couldn't see the 2 ears of corn laying on the gate. Sure enough, old Master heard him say, I'll take this one, and the other say, I'll take this one. Old Master got scared himself, but he wasn't letting on. And Jack whispered to him, didn't I tell you that the Lord and the devil was down here dividing up souls? They waited a while there in the gate, listening. Then they heard him say, now, we'll go get them 2 at the gate. Jack said, oh, I knows the Lord gonna take you, and I ain't gonna let the devil get me. I'm going home. And he did, and left old Master sitting there at the cemetery gate in his rolling chair. But when he got home, old Master had to beat him home and was sitting by the fire smoking up a cigar. Jim Allen began to fidget. Don't y'all reckon we better go on inside? They might need us. Lonnie Barnes shouted, oh, nah, you sure is worrisome. You bad as white folks. You know, they say a white man get in some kind of trouble, he fretting till he kill himself. A nigga get into trouble, he'll fret a while, then go on to sleep. Oh, yeah. I guess that's them at the sawmill. Running literary and having grammar and talking alphabets. Yeah, that's right too, Eugene, Oliver agreed. Did you ever hear the white man's prayer? Who in Polk County ain't heard that? Cut in Officer Richardson. Well, if you know it so good, let me hear you say it, Eugene snapped back. Oh, I don't know it well enough to say it. I just know it well enough to know it. Well, all right then. When I'm changing my dollars, you keep your pennies out. I don't know, Eugene says it for me, begged Peter. I don't know it, Eugene. Say it for me. Yes, sir. Like a carrot or something? Yes, sir, you have carrots. Well, it come a famine, and all the crops was dried up, and Brother John was asked to pray. He had prayed for rain last year, and it had rained. So all the white folks assembled at their church and called on Brother John to pray again. So he got down and prayed. Well, Lord, first thing I want you to understand that this ain't no nigga talking to you. This is a white man, and I want you to hear me. Pay some attention to me. I don't worry and bother you all the time like these niggas asking for a whole heap of things that they don't know what to do with after they get them. So when I do ask a favor, I want it granted. Now, Lord, we want some rain. Our crops is all burning up and we'd like a little rain. But I don't mean for you to come in a hail of a storm like you did last year, kicking up racket like niggas at a barbecue. I want you to come calm and easy. Now, another thing, Lord, I want you to speak about. Don't let these niggas be as sassy as they have been in the past. Keep them in their places, Lord. Amen. Now, Larkin White bursts out. And that put me in the mind of a nigga that used to be or used to do a lot of praying up under during slavery time. He go up there and pray to God and beg him to kill all the white folks. Old master heard about it, and so the next day he got himself an armload of sizable rocks and went up to cemetery before the nigga got there. And when he began to pray and beg the Lord to kill all the white folks, old master let one of them rocks fall on a nigga's head. It was a heavy rock and knocked the nigga over. So when he got up, he looked up and said, Lord, I asked you to kill all the white folks. Can't you tell a white man from a nigga? Joe Wiley says, y'all might as well make up your mind to bear with me, because I feel I got to tell a lie on old master for my mama. I done lied on him enough for myself, so I'm going to tell it if I bust my gal trying. Old master was a slave, you know, and there was old master and old miss and two little children, a girl and a boy. Well, John was working in the field, and he seen the children out on the lake on the boat just hollering. They had lost their oars and was about to turn over. So then he went and told old master and old missy. Well, old missy was hollering and said, if it's so sad to lose these, because I ain't never going to have no more children. Old master made her hush. And they went down to the water and followed the shore and round till they found him. John pulled off his shoes and hopped in and swam out and got in the boat with the children and brought them to the shore. Well, Master and John take them to the house. So they was all so glad because the children got saved. So Master told them to make a good crop that year, and fill up the barn. And then when he laid the crops, when he laid by the crops next year, he was going to set him free. So John raised so much crops that year, he filled a barn, and he had to put some in the house. So Friday come, and Master said, well, the day didn't come out, I said I'd set you free. I hate to do it, but I don't like to make myself out alive. I hate to get rid of a good nigga like you. So he went in the house and gave John one of his old suits of clothes to put on. So John put it on and come in to shake hands and tell him goodbye. The children, they cried. My man. The children, they cried. And old Missy, she cried. Don't want to see you. So John took his bundle and put it on his stick and hung it across his shoulder. Well, old John started on down the road. Well, old master said, John, the children love you. Yes, sir. John, I love you. Yes, sir. And the missus like you. Yes, sir. But remember, John, you's a nigga. Yes, sir. For as John could hear him, I'm down the road, he was hollering, John, oh John, the children loves you, and I love you. The missy like you. John would holler back, yes, sir. But remember, you's a nigga though. Old master kept calling, and his voice was pitiful. But John kept right on stepping to Canada. He answered old master every time he called. But he consumed on with his bag. And that was chapter 5. That was chapter 5 of part 1 of Mules and Men by Ms. ZORA Neale Hurston. Yeah, man, got a lot of slavery talk in this book. A lot of slavery talk in this book. Trying to read these comments. Trying to read these comments because some people talking some humbug. I ain't even gonna fuck with it. People do multiple things in this life, man. People can multitask. I can yap to you and homeschool my children at the same time. It's called multitasking. I'm good like that. I'm out here. Reading is fundamental. That's first and foremost. So anybody pick up a book and read, man. It don't matter if your children are around or not. Read. Read to your children. Read whether they want to hear it or they don't want to hear it. Read. You might learn something. If you want to hide something from anybody, put it in the book. So that's what we're doing. Seeing what's hidden. What treasures can we find in Ms. Zora Neale Hurston's Mules and Men? And hopefully, you'll get some treasures out of it. Hopefully, whoever hears the sound of my voice and the words that are coming out of this book will get something, or learn something. And for the brother that's asking about nigga, the Russian agent, I'm reading the book. I'm reading the words that are in the book. Nigga is the word that's in the book. It don't matter whether the word is bad or good. It's in the book. I'm reading the book. So whoever's watching the live is going to get the words that I read. I mean, the words that are written in the book, So if it's words that you don't want to hear, I can't help you. I don't know how to help you with that because I'm going to read the book. I may even stumble over the words, but I'm going to still read the words that are in the book, whether you like them or not, whether anybody like what the book says or not. The books will be read. The books have to be read. And we're going to push on. One book at a time, one session at a time, one section at a time, one chapter at a time, one part at a time, one paragraph at a time, one line at a time, here, a little, there, a little, till we finish the book and move on to another book, and we keep on going. The objective is to see what we can learn and grow from. What can we learn and grow from? And right now, we're on some slave shit. Oh! And Ms. Zora Neale Hurston is taking slave folklore. So it's going to be a lot of slave talk, a lot of slave pronunciations, a lot of things that I have to force myself in some ways to be able to read, because it's not, the words are not, they're written how other people talk, and people don't talk, fancy like white folks, or red like pink people. My bad, not white folks, pink people. But hey, we got to deal with what the history has been given to us by the pink people. And Ms. Zora Neale Hurston has done a great job so far of acquiring a bunch of big old lies and folklores, from her people in Eatonville, Florida, as well as Polk County and some of the surrounding counties, to give us the book Mules and Men. And a lot of the old folklore is going to come from the times of slavery with the pink people. And we're going to keep reading them. And we're going to find out. But don't worry. I got plenty of books that don't say nigga. And we're going to read them too. But until next time, man, this has been Reading with Shalom. Hey, I'm out here. Reading with Shalom today. Today's session of Reading with Shalom, Mules and Men. We read chapter 5. It was pretty good. We almost there. The first part of this book has 10 chapters, and we are going on to chapter 6. So I got 4 more chapters left till we get to part 2, which will be Hoodoo. Part 2, Hoodoo. hoodoo, which I think gonna be interesting. But you know, it's most likely gonna have a lot of slave talk too, because it's gonna be a lot of slave, and I think the hoodoo or whatever gonna come from a lot of slave superstitions, which I'm ready to find out about. I'm ready to see what if some of these superstitions is some I've been brought up with. But anyway, that's it. Shalom, everybody. Man, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment. I mean, hey, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping about the comments. Go ahead and leave them on there, man. Just make it do what it do. You know. Yeah, I'm out here, man. I hope y'all out here. Shalom, man. Shalom out.